Good morning, sir.
Good morning, ma'am.
Morning.
Today we will start a new chapter.
Yes, we'll start a new chapter. The geography one. Actually, it will be able to finish it within 2 days because I started it yesterday in 7C. We were able to finish the Amazon basin in a day only. And today I started 7B also. There also.
Good morning, ma'am.
We
So,
just
ma'am,
Morning,
we will read or ma'am.
we'll read. Because reading we cannot skip reading.
Excuse me, ma'am. Ma'am, we have completed the chapter.
Which chapter are you talking about?
Ma'am, have we completed the chapter then?
We have completed one chapter. Children have also sent their work.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, I will send it today.
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am.
No, I sent it yesterday.
Yes, I checked it.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, beta.
Ma'am, I send my history work to you on your personal number.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Send it. You can send it in the group also.
Ma'am, I will send you my work in today evening.
Ma'am, can I send it in the group?
Ma'am, in the evening.
You can send in the group, beta.
Ma'am, you check my also, ma'am. I have sent.
Ma'am, me too.
Yesterday, ma'am, at break.
Me too.
Yes, beta, yes. So shall we begin with a new chapter, children?
Ma'am, can I start reading?
Wait a minute.
Chapter. Ma'am, can I?
Be quiet.
Can I?
Be quiet first.
Ma'am, can I start reading?
Can I, ma'am?
Ma'am, can I?
Can you be quiet?
Can I
both
start
of you?
reading?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So life in the tropical and subtropical regions. Since we are going to read this chapter, first and foremost, we need to be aware of what these tropical and subtropical regions are. Where are these regions? Do we know that? Which regions we call as tropical regions?
Yes, ma'am.
Please tell us, Dash.
Ma'am, ma'am, tropicals are there. Where are ma'am? Means there are water.
Water?
I know. Ma'am, can I tell?
Dash, sure, yes.
Ma'am, latitude in the both of the hemisphere.
Ma'am, it is. Ma'am, they are in north and south of equator.
Very good, Krishna. To which extent?
Ma'am, ma'am, world, ma'am, earth. Ma'am, surrounded by earth.
Surrounded by Earth? What do people are speaking?
Ma'am, what?
Surrounded by Earth?
Ma'am, my voice is very low.
Who knows about the tropical regions? Who actually knows? Who's not
Ma'am,
saying?
they are the regions of the world.
Where are these regions? That's what I'm asking about. Where these regions are?
Ma'am, they are. Ma'am, don't know.
For example, this is our Earth. Right? Can we take this as Earth?
Ma'am, where?
Hmm.
This map, ma'am.
Can you see the circle which I have made?
No,
Ma'am,
ma'am.
not it.
Yes,
Ma'am,
ma'am.
earth.
Can you see the circle which I have made?
Yes,
No,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay. Now on this Earth, we have one line which passes through the center of it. Like this.
Yes, ma'am.
Equator.
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 Very good. Then we have one line here at the north of this equator.
Ma'am, tropical.
We have at the south.
Ma'am, torrid zone.
Okay. Right? What are these called?
Ma'am, torrid zone.
Torrid zone, these lines, what do we call these lines?
Ma'am, Tropic
Equator.
of Cancer and Tropic of
Ma'am,
Capricorn.
Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn.
Very good. Very good.
Ma'am, Arctic Circle.
Tropic of Cancer. And this one is known as
Tropical of
Tropic of
Capricorn.
Capricorn.
Or Capricorn. Capricorn. Tropic of Equator also.
Tropic of Equator. We call it Tropic of Equator. Sushant, please enlighten him better. What do we call it? The middle
Equator.
one?
Ma'am, the center line is known as equator.
Confidence is good, that overconfidence is not good, better. Right? This is known as equator, right? The line at the center is known as equator, not Tropic of Equator, right? So one more thing we need to know is that equator is at 0 degree, right? And this Tropic of Cancer is at
23 point,
north,
23.5 degree north,
right?
and
the Tropic of Capricorn is
5 degrees south.
23.5 degrees south.
right? Is it like that?
Then after that,
Yes,
there is
ma'am.
Arctic Circle and ma'am,
Right?
Antarctic.
And then we also have the Arctic Circle here.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, 66 degree.
66.5 degree. And the
Ma'am.
Antarctic Circle here. Right? That's what it is now.
Ma'am, Arctic.
Ma'am, I always forget, ma'am, which is above, which is below.
It is very easy to
Ma'am,
remember. Since we have Antarctica in the south, Antarctic Circle is in the south. And since we have
Yes,
Arctic Ocean
ma'am.
in the north, that's why we have an Arctic Ocean in the north. Right? And their extent is 66.5 degree north. And this one is 66.
66.5 south.
Athar, Satyana, kindly do not draw anything on the screen. Is it clear, children? This much?
Yes. Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Any doubts to know?
No, ma'am. No,
No,
ma'am.
ma'am. Ma'am, how many grids are there, ma'am? Ma'am, I mean, ma'am,
What is he asking? What have you asked, Aman? What have you asked, Hamad?
ma'am, how many longitudes are there, ma'am?
How many longitudes? There are 180 longitudes, right? And then there are
180 latitude.
latitudes and 360 longitudes.
Ma'am, 360 latitude.
360 longitudes and 180 longitudes. 90 in the north, 90 in the south, right? And longitudes 180 in the eastern hemisphere and 180 in the western hemisphere, right? Okay. Okay, children. So now if you can see this area, all this area, not the above one, right? This area, if you can see, children,
Ma'am, the area between Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn.
area between Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn. This area is known as what beta?
Ma'am, tropical
Ma'am,
region.
Tropic of
region. Very good, Susha. This area is known as the tropical region.
tropical region.
Now, if we'll just move a bit more, right? For example,
Ma'am, subtropical.
till here, this. Like we move 30 to 30 degrees, little bit more. So then the yellow lines, the area between the red and the yellow line, this area is known as subtropical region. What is it known as?
Subtropical region.
Subtropical region.
Subtropical region.
Have you understood it properly? You understood the tropical and subtropical region? The concept is
Yes,
clear,
ma'am.
right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So you can see it. This is only given here that the tropical and subtropical regions of the world extend up to 30 degrees latitude, north and south. How many degrees latitude, beta?
30.
30-degree latitude, north and south of the equator, right? And do you know where does India lie? In which region?
Tropic of Cancer.
India lies in the Tropic of Cancer.
Sorry, in the tropical region.
India lies in the tropical and subtropical, both of the regions, right? Because
how?
people know that the
How?
Tropic of
Ma'am,
Cancer,
Because South India.
right? Because the Tropic of Cancer passes through the center of the India, we know that. Do you know that? I
No,
think-
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Right? Who doesn't know it? Somebody said no, ma'am.
Ma'am, the
Yes, Daksh. Don't know that?
Ma'am, what?
Don't you know that the Tropic of Cancer passes through the center of the country?
Yes, ma'am, I know that.
Can you tell me the
Ma'am, I
states
think we're
it
saying
passes through? It passes through the states like Rajasthan, then Madhya Pradesh,
Gujarat.
Bihar, Gujarat, all these states.
Ma'am, it passes from Bhopal.
Bhopal,
Ma'am, MP.
the state, it's MP,
Madhya Pradesh.
Bhujanatram.
right? And so on. It passes through the center of the India. It divides India into two equal halves. It divides India into two equal
Two
halves,
equal
right?
half.
Just like when it divides the earth. So the area which is in the northern part, like the area above the Tropic of Cancer, lies in the subtropical region, and the area below the equator, below the Tropic of Cancer, lies in the tropical region. Is it clear?
Okay, ma'am.
Yes,
Right?
ma'am.
We'll read about in detail when we'll read the Ganga Brahmaputra basin. First, we'll begin about the Amazon basin, right? So yes, Sushant, read the first one. Paragraph.
A river basin is an area of land drained by river. It is a
Rivers
tributaries.
and its
The
tributaries.
rivers and its tributaries. The Amazon basin,
The Amazon basin.
and the Amazon basin and the Ganga Brahmaputra basin, basin are the two important river basins of the world. The Amazon basin lies in the tropical zone on both the sides of equator up to 15-degree north and south latitudes. On the other hand, the Ganga Brahmaputra basin lies in the subtropical zone between 22-degree north and 30-degree south latitudes. Let us now learn about the environment, both physical and human, of these two regions.
Right.
After the Amazon basin.
Stop it. Right. So as he told us, children, there's a request, whatever things I make here, whatever things I underline here, you should also do the same in your book as well. If I have drawn a diagram, you should also draw
Ma'am,
it.
I do.
Right. So a river basin is an area of land drained by river and its tributaries, right? What are tributaries? Can anyone tell me?
Rivers.
And parts.
Which rivers we call tributaries?
Like ma'am Ram Ganga.
See, so like that. The small
And
rivers,
that lies in Bareilly from Haridwar.
small rivers.
Ma'am, lakes.
No,
Ma'am, lakes
no,
can be tributaries.
not rivers. There are two terms. One is distributary and the other is tributaries, right? So the small rivers which join the major river are known as tributaries. The small rivers, right, which extends from which paths away from the major rivers are known as distributaries. Got it, children?
Yes. Ma'am, distributaries.
Distributaries.
And distributaries.
See, tributaries means the rivers which join the major river, right? They are the
Can
small.
we join the ma'am major river?
Yes.
Like ma'am Bareilly, Ram Ganga join Haridwar. that term.
I'm like canals.
Yes, ma'am.
Like canals, but the canals are totally different.
Ma'am, your voice is not coming.
Can you not hear
Hello,
me?
ma'am.
Ma'am,
Now I can
coming,
hear.
ma'am, very. Ma'am, coming.
There's some problem on the side of the network. The other side of Mr. Shant, Abhishek, can you hear me with it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So they don't know, not like that. For example, we can say that Yamuna joins the Ganga river. This kind of rivers can be known as tributaries, which joins a major river. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So the
Ma'am, like Gomti River join.
yes. Now the Amazon basin and the Ganga Brahmaputra basin are the two important river basins of the world. Okay. So if I ask you, in which river basin are we living in? Can you tell me?
Ganga Brahmaputra.
Ma'am,
Ma'am, Mathura.
Ma'am, Ganga, Brahmaputra.
Yamuna, sorry. Arey, yeah.
The
Ma'am,
Ganga
Yamuna.
Yamuna basin, we can say the Ganga basin we are living in. And Daksh kindly try to avoid using the words like "अरे यार, ये क्या हो गया, मैं नहीं बोल पाया." Please do not use such words in the classroom. Okay. So the Amazon and the Ganga Brahmaputra are the two important river basins of the world, right? So what is a basin? It can come as a question, children. A basin is
Ganga Basin and Amazon.
a river basin is an area which is drained by a river and its tributaries.
And the tributaries.
Right. Okay. So the Amazon basin lies in the tropical zone on both sides of the equator up to 50° north and south latitudes. If you can see in this drawing, right? You can see in this map.
Yes, ma'am, this lies.
I'll show you. Okay, wait a minute.
Ma'am, I cannot hear your voice.
Because I'm not speaking only with right. Now can you see the map, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you see this map on the screen? Right, kids. Now they are saying that
Yes,
the Amazon basin, right? So kids see very clearly this entire green part. What is it? It is the Amazon basin, right, kids? This is the Amazon basin. It's clear, right?
Yes,
And if you can see, can you spot the equator here? Can anyone tell me where's the equator?
Ma'am, where
Ma'am-
there is written as
And the
South
line
America, the line.
Bolivia
Ma'am,
and
0°.
Yeah.
Ma'am at Amazon on basin. Ma'am, where Amazon basin is written?
Yes, ma'am.
Below Colombia, ma'am.
Could you see the now? I have a circle there.
Yes, ma'am.
The latitude and the equator as well, right? So then it is
Ma'am, I
saying,
cannot hear your voice, ma'am. It is ma'am.
Daksh, then do one thing. Then
Disconnecting.
leave the meeting and
Ma'am,
rejoin.
again and again. So, ma'am, can you
Daksh.
please write on the screen that you are saying?
Daksh, leave the meeting and rejoin. Daksh, you can leave the meeting and rejoin if you're facing this problem. Okay, children.
And the
So
bad
as you can-
voice.
As you can see that, you can see the Amazon basin as well. The entire green part, this entire green part is the Amazon river basin. It's written here as well, the Amazon basin, right? Okay, and it lies to the up to 15° north and south latitudes, right? You can see it. It's somewhere till here. It can be around
Yes,
15
ma'am.
degrees, right? It can be somewhere, till
Ma'am,
here,
we can see this.
right?
Ma'am, green
Okay.
part.
15° in the north and 15° at the south of the equator, right? They have given an approximate figure. Okay, so now let's learn about the environment of both physical and human of these two, physical and human environment of these two regions, right? Hamad, read about the location of the Amazon basin, beta.
Okay, ma'am.
Can I?
Beta, you both of you will not get the chance to read today. You need to learn to behave in a class first, only then you will get a chance.
Ma'am, I
Located. The Amazon basin located in the continent of South America. The Amazon is the largest river in the world in terms of the volume of water it carries. It rises in the Andes Mountains in Peru and flows eastwards into the Atlantic Ocean. This vast river basin encompasses about 7 square kilometers, covers almost half of Brazil and parts of Bolivia, Peru, Ecuador, Colombia, and Venezuela.
Ecuador, Colombia, and Venezuela. So as he read, again we'll go through the same thing once again.
Ma'am, USA also.
Later, no.
Ma'am, USA is in the North America.
It's not in South America. Dutch. And this we have the Amazon River Basin is the located in the south continent of South America, as we can see, right? This is our Amazon Basin, right, Beta? Can you see this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
And the Amazon River is the largest river. Okay, in terms of what, Beta? In terms of the water it carries. In terms of
And
the-
ma'am, Amazon forest is the world most dense forest.
Exactly. The Amazon forests are the world's densest forest, right? Now, if I ask you,
Excuse me, ma'am.
wait a minute. If I ask you which is the longest river in India or in the world,
Ma'am, River Nile.
River Nile.
I think.
So always remember this difference. The longest one is River Nile, and the largest one is River Amazon. Okay, you can write it down somewhere. The longest river is Nile, and the largest is Amazon. Okay. Yes, Sushant.
Ma'am, longest river is
Nile, Nile, Nile is the longest river, and the largest river is Amazon. It has the largest river basin in the world. No other river has such a large river basin as well. Similarly, no other river carries as much water as the Amazon River carries. Okay. Yes, Sushant, you were asking something.
Ma'am, I was asking that in this map, all this green part of Amazon basin, it consists of water.
It consists
Or
of
it's
the
a part.
land. It consists, the green part is the land, and you can see some lines here in the green part.
Yes, ma'am.
The lines
They are the rivers.
are referring to the rivers which are working as the tributaries of the Amazon river and the Amazon River as well. Right?
Okay, ma'am. Okay,
Basin
ma'am.
refers to the land, beta. River basin is an area of land. It's not water. Right? Basin is an area of land which is drained by the river and its tributaries. Okay. Yeah?
Okay, ma'am.
Right.
Okay,
Now,
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
said about the areas which it has. We can see first of all that we can see the Brazil part of Brazil here. Right?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, Bolivia.
Brazil. Right. Next we have
Ma'am.
Bolivia. And what are the states left out? Ecuador.
Ma'am, Ecuador, Colombia, and Venezuela.
As you know that it begins from Peru. They have said no. The river originates from Peru. From where does it originate? It originates from Peru.
Peru.
Right? And it drains into the North Atlantic Ocean. Can you see the North Atlantic Ocean as well? Can you spot it?
Yes, ma'am.
Right? So it begins from here. It originates from Peru. It covers, it drains all this green part, and then it finally drains it into the Atlantic Ocean. Which ocean, children? The North
Atlantic
Ma'am,
Ocean.
Atlantic Ocean. Atlantic Ocean.
North Atlantic Ocean, right? The North Atlantic. You don't need to shout like that, Kumar. Right? Okay. So then they have told us about the areas like it covers Brazil, parts of Bolivia, Ecuador, Colombia, right? Venezuela, etc. These were the only areas which it covers, which we have seen on the map as well.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, we have
Right.
seen on the ma'am.
It's clear? Is it clear till here? Any doubts?
No,
No,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Ma'am, Amazon basin is located in the continent of
Tell me which continent.
Excuse me, ma'am.
South America.
South Africa. Very good. Daksh, well done.
Ma'am, America. I'm saying South America.
America. Is it America?
Sorry, ma'am,
Ma'am,
South America.
America.
What is the pronunciation, Daksh?
America.
Ma'am,
Daksh,
yes,
you're
ma'am.
a bright child, but you need to work a lot on yourself, beta. You really need to work a lot on yourself. It will not go like this.
Ma'am, we say America.
You need to learn some way to conduct yourself. Otherwise, you'll face a lot of problems in life, beta. Yes, Hamad.
Ma'am, how many kilometer is 1 mile?
Hanji, what?
Ma'am, how many kilometer is 1 mile?
1 mile. Does anybody knows here? How many kilometers is 1 mile?
Ma'am, what?
How many kilometers 1 mile covers?
One.
Okay, Sushant. 1 mile cover around 1.600 something kilometers.
Wow, so much.
Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Approximately.
Ma'am, can you tell?
100 kilometers.
1.600 something kilometers.
Ma'am,
Now can we read next one?
yes, ma'am.
Done?
Length. Can we?
Right. Now we'll move to the next part.
Land.
Ma'am, but on the Google it is ma'am 6,650 kilometers.
How much?
Ma'am, 6,650 kilometers.
6,660 kilometers?
Ma'am, no, ma'am.
Should not be.
Ma'am, in Google it is
meter.
Hanji? It will be 1 kilometer in
500
miles. 1 kilometer in miles
One-
is equals to
ma'am, 1 crore.
0.2. What is? A mile is longer than a kilometer now, beta. 1 mile has around 1.60 something kilometers only. Just check it once again. You must have checked something wrong.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, it's showing that here is written, ma'am, 7 miles square kilometer, and ma'am, in kilometer it's 11 kilometer.
What are you seeing? What are you searching?
Excuse me, ma'am.
1 mile is equals
Excuse
to
me, ma'am.
1.600 kilometer only. Check it properly.
Ma'am, it's 1.609 kilometers.
Exactly. It's 1.609 kilometers.
Yes, ma'am, it is written.
Got that,
Ma'am,
sir?
first I couldn't listen properly, ma'am. Ma'am, he was saying 1,609 kilometer.
That's your fault. No, beta. Fine. So now let's come and talk about the climate of this region.
Ma'am,
Sorry, first with land. We'll begin with talking about
yes,
the
ma'am.
land. Okay, Abhishek, you will read now.
With more than 1,000 tributaries, the Amazon River basin is the largest in the world. Are about 20% of the total water carried to the ocean by the river comes from the Amazon. The materials brought down from the mountains by the Amazon River and its tributaries deposit given rise to the vast alluvial plains.
Thank you so much, Abhishek. Right? So with more than 1,000 tributaries, this river is so big that around more than thousands of tributaries join this river. Right? This is the largest river basin in the world. So if the question comes, which is the largest river basin in the world, the answer will be
Ma'am, Amazon
Amazon.
River.
Amazon River
Ma'am,
basin.
Amazon River basin.
Ma'am,
the answer
yes.
will be Amazon River Basin. Right?
Question is what?
Okay. So the question only is that around 20% of the water carried to the oceans by the rivers comes from Amazon, right? Whichever water the rivers are carrying to the ocean, right? They are contributing 20% of
20%.
ocean water is being given by these rivers, right? And the materials brought down from the mountains by the Amazon River and its tributaries, as we all know that
Ma'am, yes,
when a
ma'am.
river, okay, when a
Ma'am,
river
what is
comes-
alluvial plain?
coming to that, be quiet, Daksh. Okay, so when we know that the river flows down from a mountain, we know that the mountains have slope which is slanting, right? The mountains have a slanting slope which is something like this. Something like this, children, right?
Yes,
That's how the
ma'am.
slope of a mountain is. Now we all know it very clearly that when the river flows down a mountain, right, since it is slanting, it comes at great speed. It comes at great speed
Great
and
speed.
sorry. With this great speed, what happens is that it keeps on eroding. Like there might be some pebbles or all here, right? The top layer. It
Ma'am, what's
keeps
the
on
meaning by
eroding,
eroding?
means it keeps on pulling off, right? With the force of water, all the materials which are here, they also come down with the river, with the speed of the river. And when it is coming, it's coming at great speed from these slopes. But when it comes to the flat land, it accumulates all the things which it has eroded from that land. It deposits all of them on the flat land, which gives rise to the alluvial plain. We know that alluvial soil is the most fertile soil, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
All the
ma'am.
silt, all the pebbles which it has carried while coming from the mountains, these rivers deposit them on the plains, and that's how they make the vast alluvial plain. Got
Yes,
it?
ma'am.
मैम alluvial मैम plain आदि मैम flat land मैम created by मैम rocks.
Right. Okay, is it clear? Like these are the plains
Yes, ma'am.
where we people get settled, they do agriculture and all. Is it right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now can we talk about the climate?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, we can
Okay.
start.
No, Laksha will read. Laksha, beta, please read about the climate.
Me too, ma'am. Please, ma'am. I have not get any chance of reading.
Why Daksh will not get the chance today? Till the time, and not today only, the Daksh, you will not get the chance to read till the time you will not learn the way to conduct yourself in the class. So if you want to get a chance to read, you need to learn to behave in the class. Yes, Laksha, beta, read about the climate.
Climate. As the equator passes through the region, the Amazon basin has a hot and wet climate. There is a absence of seasons, and temperatures are uniformly high throughout the year. The humidity is generally very high, but the nights are cooler than the days. The rainfall is heavy and occurs throughout the year. If it is of the conventional type of occurs almost every day in the afternoon, hence it is called the 4 o'clock rain.
This is again very important. Questions will come according this. Like what is the 4 o'clock rain?
Ma'am, many questions, ma'am.
Right? What is the 4 o'clock rain? What do you mean about the 4 o'clock rain? So, like the thing is that since we have already know, like what to know that the equator passes through this region, this basin has very hot and wet climate. Hot means it remains hot throughout the year, and wet means it rains a lot here, right? And this, if you must have also read about this in the junior classes, that near the equator, we do not experience any seasons. Do you know why? Why we do not experience any seasons near
Ma'am, because there is a direct rays of sun.
because the
Yes,
direct rays of
ma'am.
the sun keep on hitting this area, and because of which this area is hot throughout the year. Throughout the year, this area remains hot, right? That's what they have said that the
Yeah,
temperatures
full
are
season.
uniformly high throughout the year, right? And because of this, only the humidity is because it keeps on raining as well. Because of this, the humidity is also very high. What do we mean by humidity, children?
Ma'am, can I tell it in Hindi?
Ma'am, density.
Not density.
Ma'am, it means humus.
I mean,
Yes, ma'am.
if it is humidity is more to the hot weather.
I have just asked you the meaning of humidity. What is what? I'm not asking. It's simple. What do you mean by humidity?
Ma'am, the warm
We have
area.
read this in the water and its circulation chapter, by the way.
Yes, ma'am. I am, ma'am. No, ma'am. But ma'am, ma'am, I
Ma'am,
warm area.
Yes, Sushant, you were telling something?
Ma'am, can I tell it in Hindi?
Yes.
Ma'am, it's humus.
Humus.
Ma'am, warm.
Ma'am, I asked
Ma'am,
it.
warm is
Ma'am,
near
nami.
warm is
Nami.
near the equator.
No.
Warm is near the equator.
No.
I mean, Hindi we say
refers
nami.
to the humidity refers to the amount of water vapor in the atmosphere. Right?
Yes,
The
ma'am.
amount of water vapor in the air is known as humidity.
Yes, ma'am.
Humidity.
ठीक है?
Humidity.
Which we call like when it gets humid, you know, it's getting like chip-chipa. In Hindi, if you have to say, like
I mean,
it wants to
summer.
like chip-chip sort of a thing. Humus, right, we call it. right?
Ma'am, Galan.
Galan is
Ma'am, Nami.
Galan is when it is very cold, like we're feeling very numb. Our hands are numb. That we call galan. Umas we can say that it's very sort of
Ma'am,
chipchipa sort of a weather
And Nami.
where we feel very
Ma'am, Nami
sticky
also.
kind of. Nummy you can
ma'am,
say.
Nami.
Right. The atmosphere contains water vapor. Right? Okay.
Yes,
So,
ma'am.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Hanji,
Yes.
Ma'am, are we reading ma'am natural vegetation
Can
or
I say
ma'am climate?
nothing?
what?
Cause ma'am, I just got disconnected for 2 minutes, ma'am. It was showing connecting.
Right, yes. So the thing is,
Yes, ma'am.
generally the humidity is very high, but the nights are cooler. The nights are cooler just because we do not experience the sun at that point of time, right? The rainfall is heavy and occurs throughout the year. Entire year it keeps on raining here, right? And it is of conventional type. In the senior classes, we'll read about types of rainfall, right? Then we'll discuss this in detail that what's conventional, orbital type, different types of rainfall, right? And this rainfall occurs almost every day in the afternoon only. Hence, it has got the name of 4 o'clock rainfall. Got it? That's the reason we call
Ma'am,
it
ma'am, every day for every day 4 o'clock.
every day around in the afternoon. That's why they call it 4 o'clock. Many people also set their time according to the rain there.
Ma'am, this is a ma'am kind of nature. Ma'am, thing.
Yes. Okay, children.
But
Yes,
then
ma'am.
our state in nights are also not cooler.
What?
In our
Ma'am,
state,
missing
ma'am, nights
nights
are
are
also not cold in our in summer nights are not cooler in our state.
Right, you can say that. That's true as well. Now we'll talk about the natural vegetation. When you'll be reading about this natural vegetation of this area, you will be able to connect with the chapter natural vegetation which we have just read. Okay? And
Yes,
now
ma'am.
this will
And
be read
wildlife
by
also.
Athar. Athar, would you read the natural vegetation, beta? Athar,
Yes, ma'am.
please read about the natural vegetation.
Okay, ma'am.
Read, beta.
May I read?
Daksh, we are still not stopping, no, beta? How many times do I have to tell you that you will get your chance if you learn? The reason you're not getting a chance to read is just because may I read thingy only. Do you know if you have to read, you can just simply raise your hand in the class. Put your hand down, Krishna, right now. Athar, are you going to read or not?
Ma'am, reading natural vegetation and wildlife. The forest cover.
Athar, now it's showing that you did not even turn your book on. You have just opened your book now, Athar. Right, beta? You've just opened your book right now.
He was on wrong page.
He has not even opened the book. He doesn't know which chapter was going on. Right, Athar?
Ma'am, chapter 9. Ma'am, chapter 9 we are
No,
doing.
Athar, we were reading the previous chapter. When I told you to read the natural vegetation, you read about the previous chapter. Is that how absent-minded is supposed to be in a class? Joining the class is of no use, beta, if you're not paying attention to the class. I'm going to talk to your parents today. This is totally unacceptable, Athar. Totally unacceptable. Read it now. And now the meeting is about to get over in a minute.
Ma'am, 1 minute only left.
Athar Saxena, this is not done, beta. You did not even know which chapter we were reading. How could you do that? The screen everything is visible on the screen. I've shown you the screen. It's very much visible that we're doing chapter 9. Atharv, it will not go like that, beta. You will not be able to study like this. And children, if you need to get a chance to read in the class, if you want to learn properly, you have to learn about the ways to be in the class, how you're supposed to be. I have told you many times, many things, many a time, but then you need to abide by them as well.